Kousama talks about the polka dot as a kind of a symbol of herself, that each of us as an individual are one polka dot among billions and billions of polka dots in the universe. And so that kind of repetition that she uses in a drawing like this shows a kind of obsessive quality that she would return to again and again, this kind of repetition. My name is Samantha Friedman. I'm an associate curator in the Department of Drawings and Prints at the Museum of Modern Art. And I'm here with two early drawings by the Japanese artist Yayoi Kusama. Infinity Nets on top from 1951 and Accumulation below from 1952. Kusama made these drawings when she was just in her early 20s. She was living in Japan during the time of the US occupation. The war was over by this time, but the US was still occupying Japan. And Kusama talks about developing her visual language during those dark days of the war. These are strategies and ideas that she would come back to again and again persistently throughout her career. She's 91 now, still living and working. So if you look at Infinity Nets, you can see how she's created these long vertical lines that are interspersed with shorter horizontal lines. And it continues off the page, both above and below, referencing that idea of infinity in the work's title. But at the same time that there's a kind of a vastness, there's also a microscopic quality. I always think of this drawing as looking kind of cellular, or almost like a plant form in microscopic view. With Accumulation, she's exploring another visual strategy, as the title suggests, gathering these polka dots together on the page. And the polka dots would really become Kusama's signature. She would later paint them on her body, on the bodies of other performers, and include them in those Infinity Room mirrored installations. Kusama made only drawings between the years 1951 and 1957. And in 1957, she would leave Japan for the United States. And before she did, she burned thousands of drawings like this by the riverbank in Japan as a kind of a start, again, a fresh start. When she came to the United States in 1957, she actually contacted an older artist, an artist who had been influential to her, and that is the American artist Georgia O'Keeffe. And you can actually see one of O'Keeffe's drawings just over my shoulder on the wall back there. Kusama had come across a book of O'Keeffe's work in a secondhand bookstore in Japan, and she was so struck by the work of this elder stateswoman artist that she wrote a letter to O'Keeffe, and she asked for her advice. She asked her to show me the way to approach this work, the work of being a woman artist. And O'Keeffe was impressed and surprised with Kusama's ambition. She was encouraging. She told her to carry her work underneath her arm and show it to anybody in New York who might be interested. Kusama talks about making these drawings during the dark days of the US occupation of Japan, just following the Second World War. And I think at a moment like this, when we're all facing extreme circumstances, we can look to these drawings as a kind of a symbol of hope, as a way to start again, to create a new language, even in a difficult time.